Alright, here's my deck tech, today. Today, of course, as you see, mine is going to be goblins. So, to start off with, we have 20 lands, nothing special, just regular, basic mountains, mono red. Tearing Peaks I considered, but maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to play test it. I think I have one, but I'm gonna have to get some more. Other than that, that's the lands. Alright, so now to move on to the goblins. Okay, we have 4 Raging Goblins. Great one turn, because you can just, especially when you go first, because you get that 1 point of damage. Okay, then of course 4 Goblin Bushwhackers. Favorites, you do 1 damage with him, kick him, and that's 4 right there on your second turn, which is amazing. 4 Goblin Arsonist. Let's see. So yeah, 4 of those guys. These are pretty cool, especially for 1 drop. If I can't get a Raging Goblin out, they're gonna be less likely to try to kill it, because I can just take out one of their 1/1s or 2/1s. My friend uses vampires and Child of Night, so these can take those out pretty easy. In the early game before you get pumped up with all this crap. Okay, then 4 Dragon Fodders. Wait, not that. 4 Dragon Fodders. This deck isn't legal after Innistrad. This is my Legacy deck because there's this other friend I have that likes to play Legacy, so I thought of making one of myself and my favorite creatures, goblins. Because you basically just kill them to kill your opponent. But anyway, Dragon Fodder, amazing, not amazing, but good second turn if you can't get a Bushwhacker, because these will at least, you get 3 goblins, usually 3 1/1 goblins, of course. I want to get Goblin Guide, but I haven't found anybody that has them, and I don't really buy anything online. But okay, next card, 4 Goblin Lookouts. I had gotten some of these cards at my local card shop. It's tap, sack a goblin, add all goblins get +2 to attack. Sorry. I think I don't know. My nose is pretty runny, but anyway, these are pretty awesome, especially if you have the ones that give goblins haste, because it's not a dead draw, because you got creature advantage. The one you'll see, Goblin War Chief. I only get to play this guy for 1, so sit there, play a couple goblins. They all have haste. Tap 1 for this guy, throw him down, tap and sack himself, or a mud button to whatever, and you can give your goblins a pretty good boost there. Now I don't know. I'm thinking of just keeping it 3, but of course, what else other than 3 War Drivers? Not War Chiefs, but War Drivers. Awesome, because it gives them Battle Cry. So when a Bushwhacker gives them +1 to attack, ain't enough. You got another +1, so that's, he's not a bad 2/2 for 2, plus Battle Cry, so, he's not a dead draw either for haste. A lot of these guys I like because they're not dead draws. Whenever I draw something other than land, I'm pretty happy with what I get. 2 Bloodhunt Hunters. I kind of want to get a little more, but they're not bad so far. That they give all my goblins first strike, which is pretty good, especially if they get, they're like 6/2s. Pretty pitiful unless they have first strike. But so I like those guys. I want to get more of these too. But Mud Button Torch Runner, amazing goblin. He's a 1/1. For 3, but when he dies, you get to deal 3 damage. So pretty cool. If you sack him, you can take out, he's basically a lightning bolt. so he's a good goblin, and then a lightning bolt when he dies. Surprisingly, I have no lightning bolts in here, because I don't know, just didn't. But 2 goblin matrons, pretty good if I need a goblin that gives them all haste or something. I can try to get them out. 2 quests for the goblin lords. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card when I stumbled across it for 1 mana on your first turn if you don't have a raging goblin or something. But you basically, whenever you play a goblin, it gets a counter, and so 5 goblins, they all get +2 to attack. So pump out the 2 of these, and then you sit there and you get 5 counters on both of them. They all get +4 to attack, which is pretty awesome, especially first strike. I like these 2. Goblin War Strike. You sit there and you build up a bunch of goblins, and so you deals damage equal to the number of goblins you control. So you sit there and you have like 6 goblins. You attack. They're at like 4. Throw down one of these for 1 mana and deal 6 damage to them. They lose. So pretty cool card. Raid Bombardment. I don't know. I might take this out for something else, but not bad if 4th turn you sit there and have this out and have like 5 goblins with the chieftain. They're all 2/2s. Attack. That's 10 if they can't block it, plus another 5. So pretty cool. Boggart Shenanigans. I think if I could find another one of these, I'd take out the Raven Bombardment because this one's awesome. This one, it'll make your opponent less reluctant to make your goblins die because it deals 1 damage to them every time one dies. So Mud Button, you sack it, that's 4 damage. Arsonist, that's 2, and anything else is 1. So that's pretty good for when you have that stuff that sacks all your goblins, or when they try to take out one of your good goblins, kind of like these, like a chieftain. 2/2 haste for 3. Other goblin creatures you control get +1/+1 haste. Amazing card I need to get more of. I'm gonna see about this. And then let's see. This one is pretty cool. War Chief, Goblin War Chief. Goblin spells you control, or goblin spells you play cost 1 less colorless to play. So good about getting multiple goblins out on faster, and your goblins have haste. So pretty cool. 4th turn, play 2/3 mana costing cards. Tuk Tuk the Explorer, amazing goblin, 1/1 with haste. Sit there and attack. They'll probably all 1/1 die. Okay, well now I get a 5/5 with a chieftain. He's now a 6/6. Give him first strike and all sorts of crap because he's a goblin. Bog War Marshal, probably gonna take him out. He's not bad. First of all, you have to echo him, so that's not obviously well. So play him on turn 2, you can't echo him. But when he enters the battlefield or dies, you get a 1/1 goblin. So it's basically a dragon fodder, and then a chump blocker. So turn 2, play him, they attack, you can block, and so you get a goblin and another goblin. But he's probably gonna be taken out. Probably for more of these goblin grenades. I wish I had more of. I only pulled 1 so far. Hopefully I'll get more. But deal 5 damage when you sack a goblin. So amazing is having a Mud Button, this, and a Boggart Shenanigans, because that's like 9 damage and sacrificing 1 goblin. It's just a 1/1, so that's pretty cool. And of course you land. So I don't know. Hopefully I can get more of the goblins I need, like of course Goblin Grenade and whatnot. And I don't know. I have the new Chandra the Firebrand. Maybe she'll be good, especially with Goblin Grenades, because you can copy it or whatever, or kill their little 1/1s for your goblins. So yeah, hope you like it. Hopefully I can get more goblins. And comment, rate, and subscribe.